Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Vivan Education. We are discussing class 8 chapter 1 rational numbers. In previous class we discussed about exercise 1.1 that is based on what properties of rational numbers. If you missed that class I given link in description once you check it. Today we are going to discuss about two topics now. That is first one about representation of rational numbers on number line, and the second one is rational number between two rational numbers. These two topics we'll discuss and we'll move to exercise 1.2. First one is a representation of rational numbers on number line. This is a representation of number line. Already we learned in class 6 and class 7, isn't it? So once again we will recall. So first one we'll discuss with natural numbers. Natural numbers. So we know that the numbers starting with 1, nothing but the counting numbers are called what? Natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Isn't it? So how will you represent on the number line? Natural numbers. How will you represent on the number line? Yes, considering a number line starting with 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Isn't it? So the least natural number is 1. So less than 1 numbers we can't represent on the number line on natural numbers. Okay, because 1 is the least natural number. Okay, and the second one is about whole numbers. So how will you represent the whole numbers on number line means? So we know that if you include 0 to the natural numbers, we'll get the whole numbers, isn't it? And so on. So how will you represent Anna? So it starts from what? 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, isn't it? So that whole number starts from what? 0. So 0 is the least whole number which we can represent on the number line. Next one is about the integers. Integers. So what are integers? Negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So combination of those three called what? Integers. That means in integers we'll get negative values, 0 and positive values, plus 1 so on, and minus 1 and minus so on, nothing but minus infinity. That means what? Observe here on the number line, how will you represent the integers? 0. For 0 right side we are having positive numbers, nothing but we can represent here plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4 and so on. And 0 to the left side minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on. Okay, so in integers we can represent both the positive numbers and negative numbers including 0. Okay, now in this class we are going to discuss about rational numbers. Rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? The numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0, isn't it? And p comma q are any integers. Okay, so we know integers something but what? Suppose consider 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 6, 9 by 4, so on. The numbers which can be represented in the form of p by q, these all are what? Rational numbers. Now what you will say? These numbers we can represent on the number line, because we know that 0, 1, 2, 3 normal, these numbers we can represent, these numbers we can represent on the number line. But how will you represent 1 by 2, 3 by 2 on the number line? Yes. So now once we'll see normal example here. First considering a number line here. Here considering 0, right side positive, nothing but 1, 2, 3 and so on. Left side minus 1, minus 2 and so on. Okay. Now observe here so in between 0 and 1 we can insert any rational number. Yes, is it possible? Yes sir, because in between 0 and 1 we can represent a number as what? 1 by 2. Yes, isn't it? So how will you represent this one? 9 by 4 or 3 by 2, 1 by 2 on the number line. Now we'll observe here. Okay, so representation of rational numbers on the number line. So these rational numbers we can represent in two ways. How many ways? Two ways. So when numerator is less than denominator, and when a numerator is greater than the denominator. Two cases what? First one is when numerator is less than the denominator. Second one is when numerator is greater than the denominator. So we know clearly if a numerator is less than denominator, that is what an proper fraction, isn't it? Proper fraction. When a numerator is greater than the denominator, this is what an improper fraction, isn't it? Yes, ma. So consider suppose 1 by 2. I am considering here suppose 1 by 2. So here 1 is less than 2, isn't it? Here 1 is less than 2, nothing but it is a proper fraction. So when we got here proper fraction, that the value lies between only 0 and 1. The value lies between 0 and 1 only. Suppose if you got minus 5 by 6. Suppose minus 5 by 6. Now, so here we have to neglect minus sign first. We have to neglect this minus sign first. If you neglect minus, then what it becomes? 5 by 6. Clearly, 5 is less than 6. Isn't it? So it is a proper fraction. Now, this value lies between what? 0 and minus 1. Okay, minus is there means now I am considering minus. So first we have to check it is a proper or improper fraction. 5 by 6 is a proper fraction. That means it lies between 0 and 1. So negative means now it is lies between 0 and minus 1. Are you getting? Now coming to here, second case, if a numerator is greater than the denominator. Okay, nothing but considering here 7 by 5, suppose 7 by 5. Now here clearly 7 is greater than 5. 7 is greater than 5. Nothing but the value we will get more than 1. So in the number line we have to represent, we can represent this line, this number as greater than 1. Okay, suppose minus 7 by 5 is there. Now negative is there. So first we have to neglect this minus sign. Okay, again 7 is greater than 5, isn't it? So the value will be compulsory greater than 1, isn't it? So here minus is right. So nothing but it is greater than minus 1. It is greater than minus 1. Small getting. Just you had to check whether it is in the form of a proper fraction or a improper fraction. Small getting. Now I am considering here 7 by 5 only. How will you represent on the number line? So drawing here number line. Okay, 0, here 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, left side we are having negative minus 1, minus 2 and so on, isn't it? So 7 by 5, nothing but it is what an improper fraction. So the number compulsory greater than 1, isn't it? So in a 7 by 5, so first we had to choose the denominator. With respect to denominator, we have to solve nana. Now, what says this denominator? Nana? Denominator tell us the number of equal parts. Tells us the number of equal parts. Number of equal parts. Now, here what is the denominator? Nana? 5. That means we have to consider 5 equal parts. We have to consider what? Nana? 5 equal parts. Now, what about here numerator? Now, here 7 is the numerator, isn't it? So this numerator tells us how many parts we had to consider. How many parts? How many parts we have to consider? Smart getting. So what says the denominator? Nana? Tells us the number of equal parts. Numerator says us how many parts we had to consider. Okay, nothing but from 0 we had to consider how many parts we need. Okay, now observe here 7 by 5. So first with respect to denominator we had to choose nana. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I written normally like this. So what it says nana, denominator tell us about the number of equal parts. So nothing but we have to divide nana. That means 0 by 5, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5, 6 by 5 and nothing but with 5 we divided here. Now what says numerator here? 7. Nothing but how many parts we had to consider. So from 0 we had to consider 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 5 is the required number. So this is the representation of a given rational number on the number line. Okay na? Or we can do in another method also na. So again considering here a number line na, observe clearly 0 left side minus values. Okay, it is greater than 1, isn't it? So 0, here I am considering 1 and here I am considering as 2. Now we have to divide with what enough 5. So here 1 is nothing but 5 by 5 means 1. If you divide 5 by 5, we will get 1, isn't it Nana? So greater than 1, we have to consider denominator Nana 5. Nothing but 5 by 5 means 1. Now we have to divide here equal parts Nana. Again here we have to divide how many equal parts Nana? 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is 5. Okay, nothing but this is what 10 by 5. Nothing but 10 by 5 means 2. So 5 by 5 this is because what 6 by 5, 7 by 5, 8 by 5, 9 by 5, isn't it? So now between we need to consider what between 1 and 2 we had to divide 5 equal parts. Okay, so from here also we can do 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5, 5 by 5. 5 by 5 means what 1. But we know that given here improper fraction greater than 1. So directly I am considering here greater than 1. Okay, so 5 by 5 means 1. Next 6 by 5, 7 by 5, 8 by 5, 9 by 5. Next 10 by 5. 10 by 5 means what 2, isn't it? Now we required what here 7 by 5. So simply represent here 7 by 5 on the number line. Asma, are you getting? Now I am considering as a 5 by 8. Represent 5 by 8 on number line. Okay, now listen carefully here. First observe the rational number what he given. 5 by 8. Clearly here we know that 5 is less than 8. 5 is less than 8. That means what? It is a proper fraction. It is a proper fraction. Yes ma? Now 5 is less than 8 means compulsory the value lies between 0 and 1. The value lies between 0 and 1. Yes ma, isn't it? So considering here number line. So it is a positive, right? So I am not considering negative values, directly considering here 0. 0 and 1. Considering 0 and 1. Because 5 by 8 the value lies between 0 and 1 only. Now observe denominator what is there here 8. Denominator what 8. So with respect to denominator we have to solve first. Okay. Now 8. So what is the denominator says number of equal parts. So how many equal parts we have to consider? It says how many equal parts are here? 8. So between 0 and 1 we have to consider 8 equal parts. Nothing but 1. Nothing but 1 by 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Isn't it? Yes ma? 1 by 8. 2 by 8. 3 by 8. 4 by 8. 5 by 8. 6 by 8. 7 by 8 and 8 by 8. 8 by 8 means what 1. Denominator says what how many number of equal parts we have to consider. Okay, 8 we completed. Now check the numerator. So what says numerator the number of parts starting from 0. What says number of parts starting from 0. Okay, or else how many parts we have to consider? It says so how many parts we have to consider? 5. So from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the answer? 5 by 8. Are you getting? So this is what proper fraction. Now we'll consider one more example as a improper fraction. Okay, so considering here 29 by 6. 29 by 6. So here we know that 29 is greater than 6. Nothing but numerator is greater than the denominator. Numerator is greater than the denominator. So it is what improper fraction. Improper fraction. Yes, that means the value compulsory greater than 1. The value will get greater than 1. To represent 29 by 6 on a number line, first I am converting this improper fraction to mixed fraction. Okay, how will you convert 29 with a 6? 6 4s are 24. Subtraction 29 minus 24. is what 5. Yes, so here 29 by 6 we can write as what 6 into 4 plus 5. 4 into 5 by 6. 6 4 is 24. 24 plus 5 is 29 by 6. So this is equals to what? This one we can write as what? 4 plus 5 by 6. 4 into 5 by 6 or 4 plus 5 by 6, both are same none. Yes, are you getting? Now here 4 is a number we can represent on the number line. Again, how much we represent? 5 by 6. 5 by 6, isn't it? So 5 by 6 is a proper fraction. Yes or no? That means 5 by 6 lies between 0 and 1. Okay, that means what? 4 plus 0.1, nothing but the value lies between what? 4 and 5. So this value lies between 4 and 5. Because 4 plus something, right? Nothing but 4 and 5. Okay, no. Now considering a number line here 0. Okay, so it lies between what? 4 and 5. Now starting here 4, considering here 4 and 5 till here 3. So for this value I am considering directly nana. It lies between 4 and 5, right? So 4 and 5. Now what is the denominator nana here? Here what is the denominator? 6. So denominator says us what nana? Number of equal parts. So we had to divide 6 equal parts in 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 equal parts. Nothing but what done? 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, 5 by 6 and 6 by 6. 6 by 6 means what? 1. Nothing but 4 plus 1 becomes 5. Now we need what? 5 by 6. So here it is 5 by 6. Okay, na? Nothing but this value indicates what? 4 plus 5 by 6. This value indicates what? 4 plus 5 by 6 or 29 by 6 or 29 by 6. Okay, when given a improper fraction, we had to convert into mixed fraction first. Then it will lies between two values. Here we got 4. Next number compulsory 5. It lies between 4 and 5, dividing into equal parts. Now numerator says us what? From 0, which part we had to consider? So we had to consider what? Fifth part. Okay, so from 0 means here the number is 4 enough. From 4 we had to consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is what? 5 by 6. Is my getting? So this is what? Representation of rational numbers on the number line. Okay, so just once you go through the topic, you will understand easy. Okay, next concept is a rational number between two rational numbers. Rational number between two rational numbers. So first we will observe some cases here. First I am considering a natural number. So we know that in natural numbers nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Yes. Now say me, any other natural number is possible between 1 and 2? Say me, any natural number is possible between 1 and 2, Anna? Yes. Think once, Anna. Now second I am considering as whole numbers. Whole numbers nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now is it possible between 0 and 1 any whole number? Yes. Suppose I am considering integers, Anna. So integers nothing but negative and positive. 0, 1, 2 so on and minus 1, minus 2 so on. So between minus 2 and minus 1 integer is possible, Anna, here? Yes, think once. So again Anna, once again we observe here between natural numbers. Suppose between 1 and 5. Between 1 and 5 any natural number is present? Yes, we can say, because 2, 3, 4 are the natural numbers between 1 and 5. Now what you will say about 1 and 2? Between 1 and 2 any natural number is possible? No, isn't it? Now second case, between whole numbers 0 and 5. Between 0 and 5 any whole numbers is present? Yes, because 1, 2, 3, 4 are the whole numbers between 0 and 5. Now what you will say about between 0 and 1 any whole number is possible? No. Next, integers. So what are the integers between minus 2 and 3? Minus 2 and 3. So we know minus 1, 0, 1, 2 are the numbers between the integers. Okay, now what you will say about this one now? Minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 2 and minus 1. Any integer will be present here? No. Yes, ma. That means what? We cannot find integers between two successive integers, two successive whole numbers, two successive natural numbers. We won't get any number, isn't it? But we can write rational numbers between any two successive integers. But we can write rational numbers. But we can write rational numbers between any two successive integers. Yes, ma? Natural numbers, whole numbers comes under integers only, right? So, if you consider any two successive integers, in between them, we can write rational numbers compulsory. Okay? Suppose that 2 and 3. 2 and 3 are the integers, isn't it? Now, in between 2 and 3, is any rational number is possible? Means, yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. How it is possible? Okay, na? So to find a rational number between these 2 and 3, we having two methods. Na? First one is a mean method. Mean method. Next one is about equating denominators. Equating denominators. We having these two methods. First one is what? Mean method. Mean method simply nothing but average, nothing but a plus b by 2. A plus b by 2. So first number is called what? A. Second number is b. Sum of these two. Okay, a means here 2 plus b means 3 by 2. Nothing but what? 5 by 2 is equals how much? 2.5. Nothing but in between 2 and 3 we are getting a rational number as what? 2.5. Between we are getting what? 2.5 or 5 by 2. 2.5 or 5 by 2 both are same only. So we are getting we want a rational means considering as 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is a rational number which is between 2 and 3. This is the first method, Nana. So this is what? Equating the denominators. Next method is what? Equating the denominators. So 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3, we had to find rational numbers, isn't it? Now, this one I am considering as first 2 by 1. This one I am considering as 3 by 1. Yes, ma, is it okay? To get the rational number between these 2 and 3, just I am multiplying and dividing with the 10 here. Here also multiplying and dividing with 10. So, no need to take 10 only. You can take 5, 20, 30. I am considering here 10 by 10. Multiplying both numerator and denominator with the 10. Because if you cancel 10 and 10, we will get again same terms 2 and 3. Now it becomes what? 2 tens 20 by 10. Here it becomes 3 tens 30 by 10. Observe here, we got here denominators are same. Nothing but these are what? Like fractions. These are what? Like fractions. Now observe here, in between 20 by 10 and 30 by 10, we can write as what? 21 by 10, 22 by 10, 23 by 10, 24 by 10. Like that we can insert some rational numbers, isn't it? That means in between 2 and 3 we are getting what? 21 by 10, 22 by 10, 23 by 10, 24 by 10, isn't it? But actually what? 10 ones are 10 twos are. 20 by 10 means 2 only. 10 ones are 10 threes are. 30 by 10 means 3 only. So between we can find like this by equating the denominators. Yes, ma? Are you getting? So now this is what when given normal numbers, nothing but normal numbers. Now consider here 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. Now asking insert a rational number between these two. Okay. So how will you do, Nana? So first I am doing with this method, Nana, equating the denominators. Equating the denominators. So 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. Isn't it? So first we had to consider the LCM, Nana. 3 comma 6. What is the LCM, Nana? 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. 6 is the LCM. Isn't it? So denominator na, if you multiply 3 with 2, you will get 6 na. So consider 2 by 2. 6 already there. So multiplying and dividing with 1. Okay. Now check the denominators first na. 3 2s are 6 and 6 1s are 6. Yes. Now numerators na. 2 2s are 4 and 5 1s are 5. Yes, we are getting. Now what we got here? Observe here. 4 by 6 and 5 by 6. 4 by 6 and 5 by 6. Isn't it? Now these are what like fractions. We got the like fractions. So now what I'm doing here, writing 4 by 6 into 10 by 10 and here 5 by 6 into 10 by 10. Okay. Now what it becomes? 4 tens are 40 by 6 tens are 60. 5 tens are 50 by 6 tens are 60. Smart getting. Now observe here, we got the denominators are equal. Isn't it? Now between 40 by 60 and 50 by 60, we can write as what? 41 by 60, 42 by 60 till 49 by 60. Okay. So don't confuse. These all values between 4 and 5 only. These all between what? 4 by 6 and 5 by 6 only. Or else you can do what? Mean method. Mean means what? Average. A plus B by 2. A value 2 by 3 plus B value how much? 5 by 6 by 2. Average. So here again 3 comma 6, what is LCM? 6 only. 3 comma 6 LCM is 6. In 3 table 6 2 times. 2 2s 4 plus 6 table 6 1 times. 1 5 is 5 by 2. Implies what? 4 plus 5 is what? 9 by 6 2s 12. So 9 by 12 is a rational number between what? 2 by 3 and 5 by 6. So this is about what? Introduction of representation of rational number on number line and rational number between two rational numbers. Yes, ma? Okay. So this is about today class. In next class we'll start exercise 1.2. I hope you got it. Thank you so much.